Welcome back, dweebs, to another episode of the Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev. Kev, how are we today, bud?
We are surviving. James and I have both dealt with our own little technological apocalypses. Very short-term apocalypse. Or is it apocalypse? I don't know. I don't know what the
I don't know.
is.
I don't know, but it's been apocalypse around these parts for me and you. Good Lord. The last 40, it's really the last 24 hours for me and you have been hell.
One hell of a ride, brother.
Yeah, we lived in the dark ages. Kev went without power for a while, and I went without internet for an afternoon. I don't know how they did it back in the day, Kev. I don't know how they did it. I don't have any clue.
I was this close to starting to burn my library for warmth.
Oh no. Sorry. It is getting chilly outside. Fall has arrived. That's
right. Tell you what, my grandpa's old Tom Clancy novels will be the first to go.
None of that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm saving the Harry Potter stuff.
Hell yeah. Kev, on deck this week, we've got multiple preview reviews. We are starting off this week with the new Game of Thrones show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It is based on the fantasy novellas that George R.R. Martin released. First one was released in 98. There's 3 at the moment, 2003 and then 2010. Kev is not a Game of Thrones person, but that's okay because this series is kind of gapped in between the two shows that are going, like Game of Thrones and then the House of Dragon that's going on right now. And I think you can kind of go in blind on this one. So they announced the release dates of the episodes for, I think it's January, but they released a trailer. So we're going to watch it and see how Kev thinks about it, get his take on it. And then I'm going to wait to tell what the story is, what it's based on until after we watch it. I don't want to ruin that out the gate. So let's get us in place here and get this rolling.
I expect dragons and incest, James, and as long as I get those two, I'll probably
we'll see if you're right.
Not surprised.
See if you're right.
Can you tell I was a early season viewer of Game of Thrones?
Yep.
I was squire to Sir Ireland of Pennytree since I was a boy. They charged me to be a good knight, to defend the weak and the innocent. And I swore that I would.
Are you Baelor Targaryen?
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's your name?
Sir Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
You know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms, then?
The good ones.
Oh.
If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir.
Rob me, and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I'll get some.
Where?
Oh!
Boys, stop gaping. Seat my horse.
I'm not a stable boy, my lord.
Not clever enough.
I know I'm just a hedge knight, but sometimes I think there could be more.
Why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters. These men have a name. I'm trading. What chance do I have?
I have no chance.
Falling star brings luck to those who see it.
So the luck is ours alone? I need to fight honorably. But sometimes I think I buried my courage alongside the old man.
And in every man, there are many men. So be brave. Be just.
Get up!
Be tall.
Okay.
All right, Kev. As someone who has no idea what this is, give me your thoughts Are you intrigued? Do you hate it? Give me what you got.
That was just okay for me, James. I am familiar with the overall, like the main storyline of Game of Thrones. Like I said, I did not watch all of it. Part of that is because I'm more of a binge viewer. I like to wait for things to be over, and because of how unfulfilled the diehard fans were at the end of Game of Thrones, I never really saw fit to jump back and dive back in. But I don't remember there being as much comedy, I guess, in that show as I just
There
saw
was
in the
not.
trailer. Like, just the ratio of comedic moments for your 2.5-minute runtime. I was like, oh, is this going to be? It just felt like a different tone than what I remember. Again, it's been a minute for me, but it just felt like the vibe was off for me personally. But what are your thoughts? Does this interest you?
I think it's going to be a little different vibe because it's set in between. So you mentioned dragons. There are, at this point in the series, the dragons have been eradicated. They don't exist anymore. So that's that. I think it is a more lighthearted tale. So the story is, not the story. I'm just the quick. What it is you have Sir Duncan the Tall, and the novellas are called The Adventures of Dunk and Egg. So you've got Duncan the Tall and Egg. These two become Egg. He's one of us.
I do love the little guy.
I don't know any more than that. I've read about him before, but at the moment it's been a while. But it follows their adventures, and they're two very prominent characters. Sir Duncan the Tall becomes the Lord Commander of the King's Guard down the road, and Egg, the one of us, becomes king at one point.
Damn right. Okay, I like.
So they actually, I think it's their story together, and probably Duncan's growth and etc. Yeah, it was a lot. I don't know if it's as serious as the current show, House of the Dragon, and or the Game of Thrones main series. So that the tone kind of agree with you. It's kind of like, oh, that doesn't feel like it. But I'm also kind of here for it because those shows, early season Game of Thrones is incredible, but they kind of feel the same. So I'm here for it. I've read all the books except the last one. So the series is, I'm very up in tune with, so I'm here for it. But yeah, like as a debut trailer for your brand new, there wasn't a lot going on, you know.
True, they stuck with, I would imagine, the old adage of only showing us stuff from probably like the first episode, maybe the first couple, which generally speaking, I'm fine with, just don't spoil the thing for me. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of excitement. There were a lot of jokes at the main character's expense too, which I think is fair. Like it certainly has its place. Like I wouldn't be against seeing that stuff in the story, because obviously there's going to be a growth, there's going to be a character arc here, but just felt like they spent more time making their lead look like a doofus than they did anything else. So yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if that's part of the main story. I assume it is, but you're right. Like they spent a lot of time on that. And this show's a little different schedule wise and length wise than the main series. It is only 6 episodes, 30 minutes long, roughly 30 minutes each. So it's Game of Thrones is usually hour-long episodes, and usually 8-ish episodes. So it's quite a bit shorter too. So it'll be interesting to see how much they lean into that comedic aspect, how big of a doofus he is, and for how long. And I don't know if how many series, like how many seasons this is, anything like that.
Yeah, I would think they couldn't get too many seasons out of it if it's based on 3 novellas, but I will give them credit for this time choosing to adapt a George R.R. Martin project
Yes.
that is at least completed, because we all know how that went last time. It wasn't
Correct.
a finished story. So I mean, that's got to be bonus points, right? Lessons
Yeah,
learned.
bonus points there. However, I'm just going to say it, since I have watched both series. You're correct on that front. Yes, the second series they're doing right now, he's involved in, and that story is pretty well known. However, they built this whole second season up to what was usually episode, I can't remember the exact list, but it's episode 7-ish, is like the big battle. That was all the major battles in the original series. They were building it up to do a huge battle, right? Like the whole season was built up to it. And HBO came in and slashed the budget and cut an episode. And that episode it's happening at the beginning of next season.
They never learn. HBO as a company just does not learn its lessons very well.
And you know how it is. Like, they sent the showrunners out. They were the lambs fed to the fucking slaughter, right? Like, they had to take the bullets. No, this is how it always was going to be. You can tell absolutely that the whole season is like, guess what's for dinner? It's going to be this really awesome battle. Like, fuck yeah. And then they fucking it didn't happen. It's not that it's not going to happen. It's just it's going to be like the first, second episode of next season.
Horrible pacing for your season, by the way, too, to start with the great big event. And then,
great. Nice job. That's absolutely an HBO call. Like,
there's a reason they aren't normally done that way.
They just don't. So, to your point, absolutely not really giving them any benefit of the doubt for, like, yes, great for adapting some novellas that have already been published, but like, let's not fucking think they won't they can't. Not saying they will, but they can absolutely fuck this up.
It's crazy to think about that, James. There was a time for us old heads when HBO was the pinnacle of television
for so long too.
Of
Prestige
any of those
TV.
hour-long drama episodicals, like they were it. You had just banger after banger,
and then now they came in and like even like the hype, like the original, the first, I think it's 6 seasons of Game of Thrones were must-watch Sunday night television, and you went to work the next day and you fucking it's the last like true water cooler event in cinema, like in television history.
Yeah, there were watch parties for that. Our fellow Egg, not the one from this story, but the one from the Clout Route, Danny, used to have Game of Thrones watch parties at his house. Like, you said, it was an event. I can't think of anything since then.
There hasn't been
that was as collectively viewed and used as a social event. I mean, there was the Tiger King during the pandemic, but that was just a very weird time.
That was also
we all needed something to do.
It was like Tiger King, and it was also, remember, the Last Dance series came out, and everybody watched it because it was literally the only fucking thing, the only sports related thing that came out for like 6 months, and everybody every week you're like locked in, like So yeah, I don't count those mainly because of the weird time we were in the universe. It was just weird. But like Game of Thrones, you watched it and you fucking went to work the next day and you were like, hey man, like, what'd you think? Like, you were talking to people about it.
Yeah, like you were the weird person if you were out
you were
of
Kev,
it.
you were fucking weird.
Yeah, because I waited, I think it was 3 or 4 seasons in. I got to that point where I just heard about it so much. So many people that I trusted and whose opinions I held in high regard were like, dude, Kev, what are you doing? How are you, of all people, how are you not watching Game of Thrones? And so finally I sat down, binged the entire first season in like a day or two. It was very good.
So fucking good.
And I had committed at that point, like, yes, this is good. I'm going to watch the rest of it. But by the time the show came around to its end, there was no point. I can't remember. I think I was maybe season 3, something like that. Yeah. Season 4.
It's worth watching it till the last 2. Then don't fucking waste your time.
And then just skip it.
Just stop and be like, man, that show was really cool. It's crazy they canceled it. It's crazy they never finished it.
When it comes to consuming stories, at least, I'm a bit of a completionist. So I know the whole plot at this point. I've watched it on recap channels and stuff. So I, despite not having gone through the pain, I agree with all of you. Just based on the recaps alone, I'm like, there is a significant decline in the
Crazy,
value
it
of
It
this
was
show.
that's a
This
whole
is
that's a
bad.
whole nother topic of what the fuck happened. But yeah, man, it fell off a cliff. It was really disappointing. Really, really, really disappointing. Hopefully this won't be. This comes out in January. Only 6 episodes, 6 straight weeks. Maybe it might be something we watch. It's only 30 minutes. It might be, if we're hearing good reviews, it might be something we check out.
Yeah, I might catch it. There have been a few things on HBO Max that have me doing the old, I'm probably going to have to start paying for HBO soon. But I'm trying
I've been
to
watching
wait.
Peacemaker, Kev. Been watching Peacemaker.
Oh, that is one of them.
Pretty good.
So
Pretty good.
I'm trying to wait to get through the holidays because once I watch the final season of Stranger Things, I personally probably won't need Netflix.
Yeah.
There
Is that
isn't
this
much
fall? It's
else.
December? When is that? I don't even know what that
It
is.
starts, I think, on Black Friday.
Oh,
So
boy.
day after
That'll probably
Thanksgiving,
be a
it comes
weekly.
out.
That could be. I guess they'll probably they come out at once.
No, there
we'll
is a
probably
schedule. Yeah,
There is a
they get
schedule.
released,
We'll be discussing that for sure.
absolutely. I look forward to
Mhm.
that one. But
Absolutely.
we'll keep this on the old watch list. HBO Max, you'll get my money eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you'll get there. Thank you guys for joining us today. This has been the Weekly Dweeb. Please like, subscribe, and share. We are only 14 away from 200. Topic 2 is tomorrow. We got another preview review tomorrow. We are going to check out The Witcher, Liam Hemsworth debut trailer, taking over that role for our boy that I can't think of his name right now because Henry Cavill. I was drawing a blank. So check us out tomorrow, guys. Until next time.
The Witcher.